All right, different parts. This is the confusing part of Medicare for a lot of people. Parts A, Parts B, Part C, Part D. So we're going to go through each one just a little bit. This is just going to be a brief introduction. So start at the beginning. Part A. What does Part A mean? Well, that's your hospital benefit. So this means if you're going into the hospital or you're going to be an inpatient in a facility. So hospital is usually the most common facility. The second most common is what we call skilled nursing facility. Medicare helps pay for a lot of that. But on this little slide, you can see the 2025 cost. These numbers change every year. The mechanics stay the same, just the actual numbers change. So this year, the first day you go in the hospital, it's $1,676 is the Part A deductible. But that lasts for days 1 through 60. If you're in from 61 to 90 days, then you start having a copayment of $419 a day. 91 days on, it's $838 per day, up to a maximum of 150 days. Now, those last 60 days are what they call reserve days, and you only get to use those once. So, if you're really concerned about that, talk to a broker, let them explain that in greater detail. You can stay in the hospital for 90 days. Those days don't run out. Get out. After a while, you can go back for another 90 days. That's the shorthand version. If you need to stay in on one time past 90 days, now you're going to start using those reserve days and you get to use each one of those only one time. So you're not limited to 150 days total. It's just 90 days per benefit period. Then you start using up your reserve days, and those last days are the ones that are limited. All right, if you go in skilled nursing, so maybe you have a surgery in the hospital, you're not quite ready to go home, or you live alone, you can't get around by yourself yet, but there's nothing they can do for you in the hospital. A lot of people go to a skilled nursing home, skilled nursing care, skilled nursing facility, or what a lot of us call rehab. So we're going back, getting some therapy for a week or 10 days, something like that. Well, Part A does a pretty good job. It pays the first 20 days of that. So you get in there, days 1 through 20, there's zero copay. Days 21 through 100, it goes up to $209.50 per day. And then after that, you're on the hook for 100% of whatever that facility charges. So very rarely do people stay in that long. Most people don't even stay in the 20 days statistically, but everybody's different. So it's good to know, it's good to start out with, but it can get expensive on you pretty quick. Home health, it can be covered by Part A or Part B. What I tell a lot of my clients is it doesn't really matter if Part A is covering it, Part B is covering it. It depends on how it's prescribed and things like that. Just that one of them is covering it and helping you pay for it. Okay. So if you're coming out of the hospital and it's getting prescribed by them, it's probably going to be Part A. Get a couple of days a week, 2 to 3, and they should take care of that. Also, that's your facility. Similar to hospice, hospice, if you go into a hospice facility, could have a small charge, about 5% of the cost. Most people honestly do hospice at home nowadays. That's your facility, so they don't charge you, and hospice comes free. In my personal opinion, the 3 times I've been through hospice with loved ones, it's been about the best terrible thing you could have, or the most terrible best thing you could have. However you want to look at it, those people are pretty awesome, the people that can do that. So make sure you get some good references if you need that service in your area, and you'll be really glad that you did. Don't go without it. It's an awesome thing.